hi there, Ball and Nick and Pete, because I actually watched your video first, Pete, but then I decided to respond, like you said, to Ball and Nick video. I wanted to make a video about the games that I feel like would be awesome to be resurrected, or just get a sequel, or anything really. Alright, so this is the first time I've responded to any videos really before on YouTube, so if it seems really weird or I seem kind of nervous, that's why. Okay, I think that I'm going to start with something a little more old school, I think. So, one of the games that I'd really like to be resurrected is Maniac Mansion for the Nintendo. I really like this game a lot. It was a lot of fun. It's not an RPG, but it is a really cool game, and I really like it quite a bit. So, I think that if this were to be resurrected, you know, they could make it like a lot cooler, and I just thought this game was a lot of fun. They don't have really any exploring haunted houses and creepy games too much, I feel like, unless it's like on the PlayStation, all the really gory games, and I'm really not too much into that. But yeah, I'd love to see this. Another Nintendo game that I would really like to see remade is Little Nemo. Another game that I really like on the Nintendo. I think that those were the only two Nintendo games I chose, so that's pretty much it for that. I just really liked this game, and I think that I could see it working really well for like the Wii, or even the DS, 3DS, any of that. I think as a handheld game this would be a lot of fun. On the Wii, I think you could probably, you know, make things interact with the Wiimote, anything like that. I'd love to see this brought back. Most of the games that I picked are games that I'm pretty sure are not ever really going to be messed with again. I could be totally wrong. I also agreed with Pete on the Wild Arms franchise. I have not played all of these games, but I have played some of them, and just whenever I play these games, I really like the feel of them. They just seem really sincere and more different, I guess, to me than some of the other games out there. So I would really love to see some more Wild Arms games. Another game that I'd really like to see, kind of weird, Super Princess Peach. And the reason for this is because I do not think that they will make this again. And also, this game had a lot of problems for me. One of the major ones being that she controls her powers based off of her emotions. I thought that's a little bit sexist, you know. Princess Peach battles evil by being pissed off, really pissed off. Or she cries. You know, they could have done better with this. Shame on you, Nintendo. So I really do hope that they make another one of these games. I'd be really happy about that. This is something more recent. Now this is one of the only games that I picked to be resurrected or sequeled or something like that they actually might do. I thought that I read something about this game getting resurrected or sequeled, and I loved this game. This game is so good. We don't have enough games like this in the United States. It's like a novel, kind of. You click through things, you read, but you also solve puzzles. Probably most of the gamers out there probably know what this is, but if you don't, please buy it and play it, because it's really fun. And, you know, it takes place on a ship, and it's kind of creepy, and you solve puzzles and go through rooms, and you have to try to escape from them. It's really pretty cool, and the story's really good too. So it kind of reminds me of a choose-your-own-adventure book, because you're always picking different things and going through different areas, and it's a lot of fun, really. Here's another game that I'd really like to see, Breath of Fire. I think that these games would be really awesome. I think they could do a really good job with this on one of the current consoles, so I really, on any console, you know, they could do this on the PlayStation 3, and I can just imagine the dragons in the game just looking really cool, you know. I think they could do a really awesome job with this now, and I would love to play this. Another game that I would like them to bring back, Luigi's Mansion. I know that this seems kind of weird, but I actually had a lot of fun playing this game. I really liked it a lot. I liked catching ghosts, and again, maybe it's just a theme with me to like games where you go through haunted houses I don't know, but I really liked this game. It was a lot of fun. I hope that they make a sequel to it. They probably won't, but I would love it if they did. Elite Beat Agents. Now, I do know that they have sequels to this in Japan, but I would like to see sequels to this in English in this country, in the United States. Probably not going to happen. This game is so awesome though, so I would really love it if they did that. I would like that a lot. I loved this game, playing it through, so I would totally die if they made a sequel to this. Another PlayStation game I'd like to see remade is Musashi. I really like this game a lot as well. It's really cool, and it's a lot of fun. I especially like that you can collect action figures or dolls in the game. It's a whole lot of fun. So this would be something really cool if they would remake it or bring out a sequel. I guess when I keep saying remake, I really don't want to see the games remade. I just want to see more of them. I just figured I should probably clarify on that. Okay, so I've only got really not that many games left. Here's another PlayStation game that I would really like to see. I would really like to see another sequel to this. I know that they did Tomba 2, but it's been a really long time since these games have really been around. I'm trying to find even the date on this. I think this one's from 1997. So, you know, the Tomba games, or Toomba. I really love the little guy with the pink hair. I like these games a lot. They're funny, they're quirky, and I'm a big fan of anything that's really kind of offbeat and weird, I guess. I don't know why I like stuff like that, but I do. So I would love to see another Toomba or Tomba game. So, yeah. Speaking of PlayStation favorites, I have Medieval, or Medieval. I don't know how to say it, but I always just say medieval, like the medieval time period. But somebody once told me that it's actually not right to say it like that. I don't know. Medieval. I don't really care. But anyways, I would really like to see some more of these games. I don't think that they're really going to bring any more of them back. They had this one on the PSP in 2005. That was kind of a long time ago, like 6 years. So I think it'd be really cool if they put one of these games on the PS3. I think they do really well. They're funny and they're cool. So, yeah. Here's kind of a weird game that I picked. I don't have a case for it, but it's called Theme Hospital. I don't know if you guys can see this very well or not, but I hope you can. What this is it's a sim game. It's not like Sims, Max's Sims, but it's a simulation game, and it's where you're in a hospital and you sort of design the hospital and you place things in areas and you help patients, and I really like games like that. I'm a really big fan of simulation games. They did kind of bring another one of these games out on the Wii, but it was really sucky and bad, so I'd really like to see a decent one with updated graphics, but just as, you know, better than this one, but not sucky. So, if that makes any sense. One of my very favorites, Banjo-Kazooie. I would die. I would buy this immediately if they came out with a Banjo-Kazooie sequel. I know, again, like I said, that they did do a sequel for this game. I have it. They also did another game for Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox, which I've also played, and I did not like. It just has a very different feel on the Xbox, and it had something to do with building cars and constructing vehicles and stuff like that. I did not like it at all. I really didn't. So I would really love to see another game just like this, but with different environments and different things to explore, different things to collect. Another thing that I love are collection games. I love games like that, adventure games where you get to collect lots of different things. Rare is like one of my favorites, but unfortunately he doesn't do Nintendo anymore, so I'm probably not going to see this. Here's another game that I really like, that I would really like to see a sequel to. I think it would be a lot of fun. This is probably not going to happen because it was one of those, again, quirky, offbeat kind of games. So probably not going to have a sequel. Tulip is really cool though. You run around kissing people. I'm sure maybe some of you gamers out there have played this. It's a lot of fun. I love it. It's made by Natsume, which I absolutely adore. I'm a big Harvest Moon fan, so I do play all of those games. Again, Simulation Girl. So, yeah, I would love to see this as a sequel. I would play it. I would love it. Here's another one that I really like, that I would love to see a sequel to. Rockstar is really cool. I cannot wait to play L.A. Noire. This game was a lot of fun for me to play. I would love to see them do a sequel and have just another kid, or maybe you could choose different characters even, or anything like that. The customization options in this game were amazing. Considering that you played a guy, there were a lot of different things you could do with your hair and your clothes and all of that kind of stuff. And that might sound kind of lame to some of you out there, but as a girl, I love that. I think it's a lot of fun. You know, you got to dress up and get your hair cut and change your hairstyle and punch people in their faces. This game was pretty awesome, so I would like to see a sequel to it. There were so many different things you could do in this game, and I don't know that I'm so much of a hardcore person that I like the Grand Theft Auto, so I don't know that that's really the right road for me, but I do love this game. So this is gonna look really dumb, so I'm just gonna warn you guys before I even show this. It's a game called Brooktown High for the PSP, and I'm aware how stupid this looks. It looks really, really stupid, but again, it's a sim game. It's a high school sim, actually. So you go through the high school, you make a character. There were a lot of flaws with this game. It's a lot of fun though, and it's a pretty quick play. So, you know, you're just socializing with people and picking different options when you talk to people to make friends with people and have relationships and stuff like that. So it's kind of, it sounds kind of lame, I know, but I had a lot of fun playing this, and I would really like to see a sequel, maybe in, you know, where they're in college and you get to make a character and talk to people in college. Even another high school game, if they improved on this, would be fun, and I would probably play it. But having a college type, you know, sim, I think would be really cool too. So that's last but not least, the most important game that I would love to see a good, keyword good, sequel to is the Lunar series. I absolutely love these games. They are basically what I consider to be like the masterpiece of video games. And maybe I haven't played enough. I have a lot. I have played a lot of games, but I do have a very special place for these games in my heart and in my soul. So I would really love to see a good sequel to this. I do have Lunar 2, and what I mean by sequel is just something new, you know. They also did a remake of the first game on the PSP not too long ago, which I also have. But again, I would really love to see a brand new game, and I'm not talking about Dragon Song. So, you know, I would really love to see an actually decent, heartfelt, sincere sequel to this game. Now, that is never going to happen. The people who made the game, Working Designs, no longer exists. You know, you can tell when you play these games that a lot of love went into them, so it's hard, I think, to get a group of people who really cares that much and who puts that much of themselves into a game like that. So I really don't think that I'm ever going to see that, but I would probably love it if I did. So those are my choices for games that I would love to see have sequels. I would just love it. So I hope this video wasn't too weird. I know I kind of get a little nervous because I've never really responded before. I make other videos sometimes, but I've never done a video response. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching.